Hello and welcome to financialexpress.com. My name is Roshan Povaya and I'm here with the Mahindra XEV 9S. It's a 7-seater SUV and it's priced between 21.95 lakhs going up to 29.45 lakhs for the top spec 3 above variant that I'm driving. This vehicle is a nice blend between the XEV 9e, which is based on the Inglo platform, and that's the lower half, and the top hat of this is the XEV 700, which you all are familiar with. Enough space for 7 adults. So what all have they put into this vehicle? Let me tell you in this video. In terms of design, it looks like the XEV 9e from the front with similar but chunkier LED daytime lights and headlamps. In profile, it looks pretty much like the XEV 700. At the rear, again, it looks like the XEV 700 with new tail lamps, bumper and XEV 9S badging. It gets 18-inch alloy wheels with an aerodynamic design. So I'm driving the XEV 9S Pack 3 above, which is the top spec variant. And of course, this comes with the intelligent adaptive damping. So the suspension is pretty good. I mean, you don't feel any of the undulations on the road. I'm driving towards Nandi Hills. The road's fairly smooth, but it has some rough patches. Don't feel it at all. Now, first impressions. How does it feel to drive? You know, if you've driven the XUV 700 and you get in and sit in this car, it just feels at home because the entire dashboard and the cockpit area is very familiar. Yes, this triple screen layout is like the XEV 9e, but the driving ergonomics are closer to the XEV 700 rather than the XEV 9e. That seems like a slightly lower car. This is taller, and yes, the steering very light, easy to turn. So it's a nice blend of the 9e and the 700, if you get what I mean. That's what it feels like to drive the XEV 9S. Now this is the 79 kilowatt hour battery pack with the motor that puts out 280 bhp of power and 318 newton meters of torque going to the rear wheels. It's a rear wheel drive. This car capable of a top speed of 200 kilometers per hour. Obviously cannot do that on the open road. But what you can do, 0 to 100 in 7 seconds. It's fast. Watch. I'm in the default mode, and even then if I put my foot down, I feel the G-forces. Straight away, beyond 80 in a second like that. That's impressive. At the price point at which Mahindra has introduced the XEV 9S, I think this vehicle now gives internal combustion engines a run for their money because it's comparable on space, it's comparable on drivability, it's even comparable on range. 500 kilometer range. I mean, now I'm at 90% battery, showing me 448 kilometers. 500 kilometers is doable on a single charge. On an average road trip, you will stop every 300 kilometers or so. So good enough to charge. They say EVs are not for everybody, and which is true in a large number of cases. But when you have this kind of range, the kind of space that it offers, which is 7 seats, and good legroom in all the seats, which I will show you, it does make a case for being one vehicle for all purposes. Can this replace your internal combustion engine vehicle? For all practical purposes, for the daily office drive and back and the occasional road trip, I think it is possible that the XEV 9S fits the bill. It is a complete all-round package. Of course, question of the competition. Now there are 2 vehicles which come in this price bracket. The Tata Harrier EV, which also offers an all-wheel drive variant. Remember that this is only rear-wheel drive. And the Kia Carens Clavis EV. Now both of those, the Carens Clavis is a much smaller vehicle, so in terms of space it's a little limited. The Harrier EV is a 5-seater, it's not a 7-seater. So that's the disadvantage those two have. But then when it comes to features, you know, Mahindra's pulled out all stops. They've given every possible feature you could think of in this. including a panoramic sunroof that's openable. In the 9E, it's not openable, it's a fixed glass roof. This is openable in the whole triple screen layout, and connectivity for two bring your own device slots in the back seat. So for rear seat passengers also you get entertainment. Good to have features: level 2 ADAS, lane keep assist, adaptive cruise control, all of that you've seen in the XEV 9E, available on the XEV 9S.
Turn right.
One thing about EVs is that they're really quiet, and in this it's even quieter because the cabin is insulated from even the road noise, which makes the articulation index really quiet. I'm whispering and you can hear me.
250 meters.
And you can hear the navigation too.
Right.
I'm now driving up to Nandi Hills in Bangalore, one of those famous tourist spots. Many years ago I used to come here on drives, lovely windy twisty roads going up. It's now surfaced very well and nice flowing curves. Yes, the road's narrow. The way this car just glides up the slope is brilliant. I mean, none of the noise and vibration associated with an internal combustion engine vehicle. And the good part about going uphill is that while it uses a bit of power going up, it's going up to like say 10%, 11% of power climbing up. When I come down, regenerative braking, and this one has 4 levels of regenerative braking, 5 actually if you include single pedal driving. It puts back all the charge into the battery, and so it's almost like a zero-sum game going up and coming down. Of course, you do lose a little bit of power. I must talk about the single pedal drive mode that the XEV 9S has. When you're in city traffic and you put it in single pedal drive mode, you can drive almost stress-free. You don't even need to put your foot on the brake because it comes to a complete halt in single pedal drive mode when you take your foot off the accelerator. Driving downhill with regen set to level 3, you barely need to even touch the brakes. Take your foot off the pedal and it slows down. And that's the best part of an EV. And with the XEV 9S, it's putting back a fair amount of charge in the battery. When I reached the top, we were at 83%. I'm now at 85%. What makes driving even easier is level 2 ADAS with adaptive cruise control. The XEV 9S also recognizes animals, and its automatic emergency braking is very responsive. However, I don't like the haptic buttons on the steering wheel as they unintentionally sound the horn or switch menus inadvertently. Also, adjusting the AC requires pulling up a touchscreen menu. I prefer physical buttons. Other features include auto park assist, auto hold, Mahindra's Groove Me mode, and a pet mode, which allows you to keep the AC running while the car is parked and locked. Now let's take a look at the rear seat of the XEV 9S. One thing that Mahindra has added in this vehicle is a sliding feature. You can slide the seat forward and backward to free up even more legroom. Under thigh support is good, there's plenty of legroom, and even if there's passengers in the rear, you can pull this forward a bit to make a bit more space for them. Headroom is more than adequate, and thanks to this panoramic sunroof which opens, you get a lot of light in here and there's more than enough headroom. You get docking ports for your BYOD device, like you can put an iPad or something here. 65 watt charging slots over here, rear AC vents, a wireless charger down here for your smartphone, and you also get sun blinds at the rear. It is a comfortable place. Now, if you want a little more legroom in the rear seat, you have these buttons over here where I can press this and slide the front seat all the way forward for what they call boss mode, when you want to sit like this. Oh, and another feature, the rear seats are also ventilated. That's something I like. Getting into the third row of the XEV 9S is a bit of an exercise. You got to tumble fold the seat and then crawling in here. Whoa. So in the third row of the XEV 9S, I have just about enough knee room if I push this seat forward. Of course, under thigh support is not there because the floor is high up and the seats are placed flat on the floor. I have independent AC control over here with two vents. There's a 12-volt charging socket, cup holders. But is it a comfortable place for someone like me, 5 foot 8 inches tall? Just about managing enough headroom, but yes, my head will touch the headliner. For long trips, I don't think I want to be in here. Yes, there's enough light. It's not that claustrophobic, but it isn't the most comfortable space. It's still a great 5-seater, and the rear seat, even though they say it's for adults, I would say children in the back would be a better bet. Speaking about luggage room, with all 3 rows upright, you don't have much boot space. There's barely enough place for like a laptop bag and maybe one duffel bag. But if you fold down the rear seat, you now get over 507 liters of space, which is more than adequate. And yes, you can even throw in a couple of bags in the 150-liter frunk. So squeezing in luggage for a weekend trip is possible in this car if everyone packs light. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is the XEV 9S for you. For about 22 to 30 lakhs on road, this is comparable with a lot of internal combustion engine SUVs, full-size 7-seater SUVs. Would you buy one? I would think with the kind of range that it offers and the 3 different battery packs, you have the 59 kilowatt, the 79 kilowatt and the new 70 kilowatt, which is there in the pack 2. I think this vehicle does make practical sense as the only vehicle that you will buy. Yes, the charging network is also increasing. Mahindra is setting up 1,000 charging stations of 180 kilowatt, where you can charge this vehicle from 20 to 80% in about 20 minutes. And of course, when you buy the vehicle, you have to buy the charger separately and install it at home, which is the same case with the XEV 9e. So overall, what did you think of the XEV 9S? Let me know in the comments below and whether you would buy one. Thanks for watching.